So, good evening to all of you. First of all, a very, very happy International Women's Day to all the women and men out there who support their wives. And a very, very happy Holi to all of you who have played, who will be playing, and जिनकी festivities आज शाम को भी चलने वाली है. माने सुबह आपने रंगों वाली खेली, शाम को आप खाने के कलर्स के साथ खेलेंगे, means having different flavors of food and enjoying. So today at RNTalks, we've got a very special guest, Dr. Pallavi Vasudha Vishwas. She is an awardee of RNTalks Swami Vivekananda Karmaveera Awards 2023. And we are so happy to have her with us over here for you all. Dr. Pallavi is a happiness coach. She is a lot more than that. She was into corporate. She left corporate uh, to be a coach, happiness coach. She's got her own कंपनी. बट वो सब कुछ मैं नहीं बताऊंगी, वो हम उनसे सुनेंगे, क्योंकि अगर मैं ही बोलती रहेगी तो वो कब आएंगी, राइट? So with this we move on and I bring on Dr. Pallavi Vasudha Vishwas. A happy Holi and a happy International Women's Day to you.
Thank you.
And मैं यहाँ पे अगर ज्यादा बोलूंगी तो फिर आपका स्क्रीन टाइम कब कट हो जाएगा, तो वो मैं नहीं चाहती. आई वॉन्ट यू टू बी द स्टार ऑफ माई इवनिंग टुडे. हम तो चमकते ही रहते हैं बीच बीच में.
No, that's really wonderful of you, coming from an amazing woman that is Ranjeeta Nath ma'am, and she's always motivating and filling those stars around and making everybody else shine. So thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful opportunity.
Welcome.
And wishing you and everybody a very happy International Women's Day, and of course the colors that we all are celebrating of life. So happy Holi to everybody. So it's thank you so much.
So, Pallavi, we start from here. You are a founder of Happy Harmony and you're a happiness coach also. So, can you tell me a little about Happy Harmony? Book के ऊपर हम बाद में आएंगे.
बिल्कुल.
But what is Happy Harmony and how do you spread happiness along with Happy Harmony?
Happy Harmony, by the name itself, like it is a culmination of happiness and harmony. So it's just a thought that we all of us are seeking happiness in life. We all want to wake up the next day like smiling. Who doesn't want to smile? And that is exactly like people are seeking happiness, people are chasing happiness, and it seems so elusive, like, oh, like abhi main happy thi, like fir se wo chala gaya. So it is like those fleeting moments, and we keep thinking that if I get some reason, then I will be happy. Like if I shine, I'll be happy. Yes, that is a reason to obviously be happy. But even day to day isme, like agar mera ye ho gaya kaam to main khush hoongi, ya if I do something great, then I will be happy. So all the time we are postponing happiness. And that's where this Happy Harmony, my venture, comes in, because we are on a mission of spreading smiles across smiles. And don't postpone happiness. So with the coaching programs and with the sessions that I'm doing, the workshops that I'm doing across, so all this is just that happiness is within you. When we talk of inner happiness, ya kuch hum log bolte hain ki where is that happiness? So we keep searching it around, and we are the reason to smile. We are the reason to find that happiness within ourselves. And so that's what Happy Harmony is, just empowering you. It is lending you support to discover yourself, to discover your own path of happiness, because everybody's journey is different. So wahan pe it is just supporting and empowering you. So you are the creator of your own happiness. That's what Happy Harmony is all about.
That's really sweet, because being a dog owner, मेरे कहीं ना कहीं से ना बातों में dogs आ ही जाते हैं. And what I've learned with them is छोटी छोटी चीजें, like even they don't need a reason to be happy. If I just call their name, the thumping of tail starts and they're so happy that I've just called out their name. And when I see small children, like when I was mentoring and मैंने वहाँ पे छोटे बच्चे जैसे class 1, class 2, उनको खुश होने के लिए कोई रीजन नहीं चाहिए. पानी गिर गया तो खुश है, बारिश आ गई तो खुश है, कीचड़ में गिर गए तो खुश है, पडल देखा तो उसके बाद कूद कूद के गंदे हो गए हैं तो खुश है, माई डांट रही है तो खुश है. कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता दुनिया से. don't need a reason. If I just give a star in their copy, they're so happy, they're ecstatic,
Absolutely.
and they're like, yeah, they're over the moon. मैंने कोई सोना चांदी नहीं दिया, मैंने कोई occasion नहीं create किया, मैंने कुछ नहीं. Just given them a star or a smiley in their copy, and they were over the moon. So I think
बिल्कुल.
Pallavi, कहीं ना कहीं हमको we have to go back in our life to the childhood to actually rethink what happiness actually. हम तब इतने तब हमारे पास कुछ भी नहीं था, कुछ भी नहीं था, पर हम बहुत खुश थे.
बिल्कुल.
कुछ नहीं में बहुत खुश थे. आज हमारे पास एप्पल आईफोन से लेके सब कुछ है, पर हम आज भी खुश होने का ना कोई रीजन ढूंढ रहे हैं कि मेरे को ये मिल जाए तो मैं खुश होंगी, वो मिल जाए तो मैं खुश होंगी. और कई बार तो अनफॉर्चुनेटली कई लोग किसी को नीचे गिरा के, किसी को दुखी देख के खुश होते हैं, तो वो इसका वेट करते हैं कि फलानों को तकलीफ हो तो मैं खुश होंगी.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
that I think childhood has, we should, like, time to time, I feel, either go back to our childhood or spend some time amongst more tiny tots to
Absolutely, absolutely.
realize खुशी क्या होती है.
Bilkul, bilkul. And that is what, as you rightly said, like keep your inner child alive, you know. It's
Yeah,
okay sometimes to, laugh out like even when you're grown up, like people forget laughing, which is the most natural like gift given to us. Like we should laugh it out, laugh out your lungs out, and you should
I
feel that
see.
energy, that vibrance is there within you, and it is good for health. There are laughter clubs, there is laughter yoga, and all that. So when you have that gift of like God has been so kind to us, like He's given that gift to laugh and smile. So just laugh more and smile more.
True, true. So now coming on to your book, which is, I think, similarly, नाम कुछ ऐसा ही है, from hustle to harmony and harmony happiness. They're both two different books.
नहीं नहीं, एक ही बुक है.
एक
It
ही
is
book.
yeah. I
तो
could
इसके
share.
बारे में बताओ थोड़ा. From hustle to harmony gives me a quite a vague, वो कि जो हम rat race में फंसे हुए हैं ना, from getting out of the rat race of our lives to a more tranquil kind of a scenario where we are happy with ourselves. But who am I to comment? I'm just reading the book by the cover, so I want you to give it straight to me.
No, I think each one is rightly there a hustler and looking for harmony. So इसीलिए वो एक हर किसी की कहानी है. You've worn so many hats. You are an amazing woman, as I already said, and you've been doing so many things. So I feel every woman or every person is doing so many multitasking, and all our lives, like we are constantly running ahead of the clock. In fact, like अब इतने बजे हैं, I need to do this, अब ये like in fact the clock is out over there, but we are moving like those hands. So we are basically all in that rat race, as you said, rat
Mhm.
race. Otherwise, like we are hustling all the time. And this is my book. It's From Hustle to Harmony, Master Work Life and Happiness. क्योंकि जहां पर हम लोग अक्सर
एक बार
बोल.
दोबारा से दिखाओ पूरी किताब.
Yes, this.
Yeah, see, what I really like about this is the stones that have been so preciously balanced on top of each other. That is what our life is like, if you take the stones as problems or issues that we face or challenges that we face, na karo to they are like hard hitting facts and hard hitting problems. And if balance so precariously, like over there एक छोटी से point पे balance करते, that is the harmony being created. So I think kudos to you. When the cover is beautiful and it
Thank
speaks
you.
volumes about your book.
Thank you. It's available on Amazon, and we are always striving for the balance. So I always feel like, इसलिए वो stones के बगल में you will see beautiful flowers out over
Yes,
there. So
yes.
that is the harmony. So it's more of work-life integration. It's more of work-life harmony. That because you cannot say that 50% is my work, 50% is my life, and that's how I'm going to balance it. Sometimes your work demands more of you. Sometimes as your family demands more, or your personal life demands more of you. It's how you integrate all these things with your own professional and personal life. So that's what I feel is harmony. And I'm sure when you are able to integrate it, happiness is there. So how you are well able to harmonize all these things, and that's why whatever work I do is around happiness and harmony, because I feel that's what we all are striving for, and that's what we all are
That is
looking
what is
forward.
needed actually.
Yes. So if
That will
you're
take care of
struggling in
so much
yes,
of intolerance and like short temper, and every day we get to hear lots of negative news, though that is one reason I have stopped watching news. मैं सच में न्यूज नहीं देखती हूँ बिकॉज मेरे दिमाग ना उसके बाद ऐसा होता है, फट जाएगा.
बिल्कुल.
So many negative vibrations come in. So people ask me generally, न्यूज नहीं देखते. मैंने कहा मोबाइल किस लिए है. आई जस्ट स्वाइप, वहां पे मेरे को गूगल न्यूज आ जाता है, मैं हेडलाइंस पढ़ती जाती हूँ, आई जस्ट कीप स्क्रॉलिंग. मुझे पता है दुनिया में क्या हो रहा है, उसको बंद किया, सो गए. आई जो भी नेगेटिव न्यूज है पता है हुआ है, बट मैं खोल के ना पढ़ रही हूँ ना मैं उसको देख के सुन रही हूँ,
Absolutely.
बिकॉज आई नो इट्स गोइंग टू एडवर्सली इफेक्ट मी. देयर सो मेनी more better things to focus on in life, and sorry to say, but news always sells masala.
Absolutely.
और वो
Absolutely.
मसाला इज जिसमें इज 90% नेगेटिव न्यूज एंड ओनली 10% पॉजिटिव न्यूज. सो
Absolutely. You brought forward a very important point क्योंकि happiness और harmony में वही है कि learn to say no and understand your boundaries, where you have to have your boundaries, like where you said like the negative news, you want to set a boundary for yourself that yes, this is it what I am going to watch, or this is what I am going to listen to. And even in your work and life, that's where the boundaries make a lot of difference. And when you start understanding where your boundaries lie and where, because it's very difficult to say even no, like अगर
आई नो.
किसी ने आपको बता दिया ये करना है तो आप चाहे जी जान लगा के लाइक यस मैंने करना है, बट what all does it, is it really the priority, is it really the urgency? So you forget all those things, and that's when we start struggling, that's where we start getting burnout, that's where the anxiety comes, and finally wo stress aa jata hai. So all that, that those stones that you told, वो stones start like little bit they start
बैलेंस.
falling apart. Yes,
आई नो,
falling
वो
out.
बैलेंस खराब हो जाता है.
Yeah, so all that is, we all know it. It's just that we need to, that is why I said, I just,
वर्क.
yeah, empower and make you aware of, yes, this is what we all can do.
So, Pallavi, other than this, you are also a coach, like I said, certified trainer who
Yes,
work
yes,
life harmony,
yes,
balance,
yes,
batate ho. You're an inspirational speaker, a motivated educator, passionate soft skill trainer, and PhD तो करी हुई है, doctorate है, work life balance among working women. So that's a very important point I'll come to later. But first, I want to talk about soft skills. Like, how do you go about your training of on soft skills? You take it online or offline, or you have workshops on it? And how should people? I'm asking too many questions together, but
like,
basically, I'm trying to give you a
yes,
nutshell so that
yes,
I'm
yes, yes.
uninterrupted both without me putting in like questions. And how should people, anybody who wants to learn soft skills, should they approach you?
First and foremost, like soft skills, we all know is very, very important. Hard skills, you can do numerous, like going to colleges, and of course, everything, you get those degrees and everything. But once you are out over there in the world, or even in your day to day life, if you've seen some people really impress you with their communication skills, some people really impress you with their presentation skills, some people with their leadership skills, some are really, really good like combining all. So what all this is, it's soft skills. So basically I feel soft skills are empowerment skills that empower you to showcase yourself in a better way. It's nothing but your personal development that you take that efforts to do it. So I also take workshops for, especially for youth. My one program is there, campus to corporate, wherein like of the usual modules are there, and obviously I put a lot of stress about your positive mindset, building confidence and all this. And of course I take even workshops for women who are looking forward to that innate confidence that they have somewhere, it is lying low. So how do you build yourself confidently and they can fly high to achieve their dreams? So all those who wish to avail these workshops or my trainings, and yes, I do offline and online, so you can get in touch with me. My email id is there, happyharmonycoaching@gmail.com, and my website is happyharmony.in, and of course I will be sharing my social media handles, so you could reach out to me in all these places, and I will be more than happy to make a difference in your life for the betterment.
Wow, that is like बहुत अच्छे से you've covered everything. So now when we talk about, like, see, I was a working woman. Till about 4 years ago, I was a mentor. मैं सुबह उठती थी, भगती थी. Dogs को तो चलो मैंने छोड़ ही दिया था. My daughter used to see, my son used to see. And then टिफिन बनाना, फटाफट फटाफट सबका अलग अलग टिफिन पैक करना, मेक श्योर कि दोपहर को सब आए तो घर में खाना हो सबके लिए. Then I used to run to my school. My daughter used to run to her school to teach. My son used to go to his school to study. Okay, and my husband used to go to office. And वो भगते भगाते, they all used to be back before me. I used to slaughter in there at around 3:30, and वो लोग सब खाना खा चुके होते थे और मैं बैठी, फिर my husband used to accompany me, मैं खाना खाती थी. देन थोड़ा रेस्ट, देन शाम को वही बुक्स और किताबें लेके बैठ जाओ, कॉपी करेक्शन, ये कल का कोई प्लानिंग या कोई एक्टिविटी प्लान करना है उसका, ये सारे स्कूल एज अ मेंटर बहुत सारे काम होते हैं.
Yes, yes.
देन बच्चों को भी पढ़ाना. अच्छा, थोड़ा और पीछे चले जाओ तो माय सन वाज इन, लाइक दोनों में 3 years डिफरेंस है. सो एक का बोर्ड एग्जाम है, दूसरे का फाइनल एग्जाम है. इसको पकड़ो तो वो छूट जाए, उसको पकड़ो तो ये छूट जाए. सो वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस एट टाइम्स becomes it's not a very easy thing फॉर अ लेडी, यू नो. और ऊपर से जब वो रात को सोने जाती है तो जब सारे लोग स्नोर कर रहे होते हैं, उसका दिमाग में चल रहा होता है, गैस बंद कर दिया था,
बिल्कुल
खाना
बिल्कुल.
अंदर रख दिया था, कल के लिए ताजी सब्जी है कि नहीं है, कल ये लोग आएंगे तो क्या खाएंगे, अरे उसने छुट्टी ली थी, अरे यार उस पेरेंट के ना, बच्चों के पेरेंट को फोन करना था, उसने ये कर दिया, अच्छा स्कूल का भी है.
बिल्कुल.
और फिर अल्टीमेटली फिर अपना भी, अच्छा नहीं, मेरे को ना उससे ये वाली बात में थोड़ा सा वो हो गया था, सो आई मस्ट गो एंड स्पीक टू दिस कलीग, आई हैव टू क्लियर द एयर. या फिर कल कोई मीटिंग है, आप उसका दिमाग में, सो वो कीड़े चलते ही रहते हैं.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
एंड वो बेचारी सोते 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 उसको और 2 घंटे लग जाते हैं. और कभी कभी तो ऐसा होता है कि यू आर नॉट श्योर, तो वापस उठ के किचन तक जाते हुए देखने के लिए, दूध रख दिया, सब्जी रख दी, आटा रख दिया, कुछ बाहर तो नहीं छुटा, गैस का नॉब बंद कर दिया.
राइट
सो
राइट.
जब सब सो जाते उसके बाद फिर वो, देन शी इवेंचुअली, क्या कहते हैं, शी डजंट गो टू स्लीप, शी फॉल्स इनटू स्लीप, क्योंकि जब आंखें खुली नहीं रह सकती वो सो जाती है.
बिल्कुल.
So at this is a vicious cycle, like you know, we ladies have in turn created for ourselves. हमको लगता है कि हम दुर्गा शक्ति है, हमारे बिना तो कोई चल ही नहीं सकता, हम छोड़ देंगे तो दुनिया चलनी बंद हो जाएगी.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
एक बहुत गलत मिसकंसेप्शन मेरे को लगता है कि हम लोगों ने अपने आप को कुछ ज्यादा ही इंपॉर्टेंस दे रखी है. रादर देन डेलीगेटिंग वर्क, वी टेक ऑन द वर्क ऑफ द होल हाउस.
एब्सोल्युटली एब्सोल्युटली.
बच्चों के यूनिफॉर्म प्रेस करने हैं तो काम भी कर रहे हो, प्रेस भी कर रहे हो. अरे बोल दो ना बच्चों को, खुद कर लेगा. नहीं, बच्चा जल जाएगा तो जल जाने दो ना, एक बार जलेगा, लाइफ में कभी नहीं जलेगा.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
ठीक है ना. सो वेयर आई वांट टू आस्क यू, मींस मैं तो तंग आके फाइनली आई स्टार्टेड डेलीगेटिंग वर्क टू एवरीबडी, एंड देन आई यूज्ड टू गिव अ बूट ऑन द बैक साइड, और ऐसे जाओ करो, मैं नहीं करती. सो अल्टीमेटली माय चिल्ड्रन न्यू कि माँ नहीं हिलने वाली है, उसने डेलीगेशन शुरू कर दी है. सो एंड संडे वाज माय एब्सोल्युटली, कहते हैं ना, करची डाउन किचन डाउन. मैंने बच्चों को बोला था कुछ भी बनाओ,
वाह.
गंदा भी बनाओगे ना खाऊंगी, पर आज मैं नहीं खाऊंगी.
राइट राइट.
किचन इज योर्स, मचाओ गंद, जो गंदा करना है करो, रात तक किचन मेरे को साफ मिलना चाहिए, बाकी सब ठीक है. जो पकाना है पकाओ, जला कटा कच्चा पक्का ब्रेड जो बनाओगे मैं खाऊंगी, पर मैं नहीं पकाऊंगी.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
So they started surfing things, you know, and आज क्या बनाए, and more often than not the kitchen used to be a mess, and I never used to go near the kitchen because then I would be tempted to clean it, and why should I clean it, it's not my mess.
एब्सोल्युटली.
बिस्तर पे बैठो, पका पकाया खाओ, आराम करो, जो करना है बच्चों को करना है.
यस यस.
और मैं फिर अगले दिन सुबह ही घुसती थी, बस उनको बोलती थी मेरे को स्लैब साफ चाहिए, अदरवाइज आई कैच योर थ्रोट इन द मॉर्निंग, बिकॉज मेरे को स्कूल जाना है एंड आई वांट
एब्सोल्युटली.
थिंग्स क्लीन, मिलेंगी नहीं चीजें. सो दे न्यू. सो धीरे धीरे आई स्टार्टेड डेलीगेटिंग, बट फॉर अदर मदर्स, यू नो, हु आर दोज चैंपियंस जो माने शहीद होने चली है ना, जिनका वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस somehow डगमगा जाता है. What is your advice to them? How do you propose? Because देखो जो कोचिंग के लिए आएंगे, ये जो तुम्हारे पास वैसे आएंगी वो तो जब आएंगी, but
Yes.
right over here some useful tips that you can give to working mothers to kind of create a balance so that they have their me time.
एब्सोल्युटली, एब्सोल्युटली। आपने लाइक बहुत अच्छी बात बताई अभी कि लाइक यू स्टार्टेड डेलीगेटिंग वर्क, यू नो, एंड दैट्स वेयर एनी वुमन, आई फॉर दैट मैटर, लाइक वी ऑल फील दैट यू नो, लाइक all work we have to do it and no one else can do it better than us. सो वो एक जो मन में रहता है ना कि लाइक चाहे वो फोल्डिंग द क्लोथ्स ऑल्सो, दिस आई एम टॉकिंग इन
सही है.
नॉर्मल दिस थिंग, अच्छा इस तरह से नहीं फोल्ड करना है, ऐसे करना है. सो यू इमेजिन लाइक इवन व्हेन यू हैव डेलीगेटेड द वर्क एंड इफ यू सी समबडी इज लाइक अरे भाई ऐसे फोल्ड करके ऐसे रखना है, सो बट यू से नो नो इट्स नॉट टू बी डन दैट. सो इमेजिन द पर्सन हु इज ट्राइंग टू डू इट will finally say that nahi maine nahi karna hai. So again there, you know, we have to learn to let go, that yes, once I have delegated something, I have told that person, or you outsource work, you know, many a times people feel like doing the vessels, like washing the vessels, nobody else can do it better than me, like I'm the person who can keep it spick and span, okay fine. But once you start, like the word that you used was that we feel we are superwoman. Yes, every woman is a superwoman, but when it takes a toll on your physical health and mental health, that's when you realize that what have I done and how should I get out of this. So small habits you can put in daily habits is like have a to-do list that is not overwhelming, because if your to-do list has almost 50 points and then you say oh my god this is really overwhelming, have small like to-do lists, like okay this is what I have to do during the day. And if they are bigger chunks, put it into smaller ones, like let's say if you have to go to the market and you have to go and do something else outside, then see what is the priority and what is the urgency of that work. So you need to have that priority, urgency and important. So you could just break it down into that, like going to the bank is really important because your check which has to be deposited today, yes, go ahead and do that. But if something that you need maybe for day after tomorrow, it is not that urgent, so you could do it tomorrow. So this is how you need to do little bit to do list. And most importantly, which earlier also I said, learn to say no. Because once you start saying like okay ye maine hi karna hai, this is what I will do it and all that, when we start saying no, things become a little bit easier. I know it is difficult, it doesn't come in one day. I myself, I've been in that which you mentioned, like I was into corporate and it was a high pressure everything, then I was the educator and being a HOD, like all the work is there, so managing work and everything, all that counts for a lot of energy. And physical energy tabhi hogi when you are mentally sound. Why is mental well-being so much advocated now? Why is mental health so much advocated? People feel like it is a taboo to speak about mental health, like going to somebody to seek help or something. But this is how it goes, you know, stepwise there it goes. And then once you look at yourself in the mirror, you know, every day when you get up, see yourself out over there, how am I looking today? And that mirror is not just to like the outward beauty, but have a reflection for yourself inwardly also कि मुझे आज कैसे लग रहा है. Mental well-being is that, you know, when you start taking self-care, when you start loving yourself, when you start saying yes, this is the person that I want to be. So all this, you know, these small things take some time, me time, which I almost tell in most of my sessions that a me time is very necessary. So be it like whether you are a homemaker, whether you are working, whether you are having your own enterprise, whether you're doing come what may, have that little bit me time, wherein in the morning it could be you could just have some people feel like meditation is for longer hours. No, it could just be 5 minutes that mujhe aaj ka din kaise, like just before that just do a little bit of breathing and you could see the calmness in yourself and you will be ready to take on the day. Then you could also, like as I said, have nutritious meals so that you feel healthy, and of course then later on you can get on to your day. So these small things that you start doing for yourselves, you will not be getting overwhelmed. And जो रात को आपका रहेगा टेंशन कि मैंने गैस बंद किया या नहीं किया, slowly with practice you will see that how you have enough time to really go to sleep and calmly. And yes, without that this thing कि मैंने lights off कर दिए या नहीं किए या what all things I have to do, so it takes time, you know. But if every woman starts practicing this, I'm sure a day will come when they will be telling us that yes, it really did make a difference to us.
Yeah. I have a poem. ये जो word no बोला था ना,
जी
learn to say no.
जी
एक I am very fond of reading, so there was a book, Chicken Soup for the Soul. It was for
yes yes
women. वहां पे एक poem थी, Angela's Word. I don't know if you've read it.
yes yes
Yeah. I'll just I asked my daughter to share it, तो थोड़ा सा bore करूंगी.
yes
It's a
yes
little long poem, but
yes
I want, because I think what you were saying is all summed up over here.
yes
So it goes like this: when Angela was very young, age 2 or 3 or so, her mother and father taught her never to say no. They taught her that she must agree with everything they said, and if she didn't, she was spanked and sent upstairs to bed. So Angela grew up to be the most agreeable child. She was never angry and she was never wild. She always shared, she always cared, she never picked up a fight. And no matter what her parents said, she thought that they were always right. Angela, the angel, did very well in school, and you might imagine she followed every rule. Her teacher said she was so well bred, so quiet, and so good. But how Angela felt inside, they never understood. Angela had lots of friends who liked her for her smile. They knew that she was a kind of girl who'd go the extra mile. And even when she had a cold and really needed to rest, when someone asked her if she'd help, she always answered yes. When Angela was 33, she was a lawyer's wife. She had a home and family and a nice suburban life. She had a little girl of 4 and a little boy of 9. And if someone asked her how she felt, she always answered, fine. But one cold night near Christmas time, when her family was in bed, she lay awake as awful thoughts went spinning through her head. But she didn't know why and she didn't know how. But she wanted her life to end. So she begged whoever put her here to take her back again. And then she heard from deep inside a voice that was soft and low. And it only said a single word, and the word it said was no. From that moment on, Angela knew exactly what she had to do. Her life depended on that word, and so this is what her loved ones heard: no, I just don't want to. No, I do not agree. No, that's yours to handle. No, that's wrong for me. No, I wanted something else. No, that hurt a lot. No, I'm tired, and no, I'm busy. And no, I'd rather not. Well, her family found it shocking. Friends reacted with surprise, but Angela was different. You could see it in her eyes. For they've held no meek submission. They've held no meek submission since that night 3 years ago when Angela got permission to say no. Today,
lovely
Angela is a person first, then a mother, then a wife. She knows where she begins and ends. She knows where she begins and ends. She has a separate life. She has talents and ambitions. She has feelings, needs, and goal. She has spent money. She has money in a bank, an opinion on the polls. And to her boy and girl, she say, it's nice when we agree, but if you can't say no, you'll never grow. to be all you are meant to be, because I know I'm sometimes wrong, and because I love you so, you'll always be my angels, even when you tell me no. So, this is a poem I read around 10 years back, कुछ 10 साल हो गए, बट वो इतनी अच्छी लगी कि मैंने वो बुक अब फट गई है बट संभाल के रखी है। एंड जब मोबाइल का जमाना आया, इससे पहले कि वो पेजेस बिखर जाए, मैंने उसकी 2 फोटोज खींच के रख ली थी,
Oh, lovely.
टू रिमाइंड माई सेल्फ दैट व्हेन आई से एक्सेसिव यस टू पीपल,
Yes.
कहीं मैं एंजेला जैसी तो नहीं बन जाऊंगी। सो दिस पोम रिमाइंड्स मी टू से नो व्हेन पीपल around me start taking me for granted. So when you just said this, na, no, मेरे को एकदम याद आया सर, oh my god, there is this poem I have to recite it. Though this is your show, its spotlight is on you, but I think this poem sums up each and everything you have been trying to explain over here. You know, when it gets too much, just say no.
Absolutely,
Okay to
absolutely.
say no. हम लोग यही सोचते हैं, शायद हमारी सोसाइटी ऐसी है, शायद हमको सिखाया गया है कि लेडीज नेवर से नो, शायद हमने अपनी मदर्स को देखा है खुद को सैक्रिफाइस करके हमें सब कुछ देने का, सो we've never seen them say no, so we've never learned to say no. That's also another thing.
That's
But
what it's a mistake that they feel that women are the epitome of sacrifice, and that's what has been ingrained that unless you sacrifice, it's not really worthy of being who you are, you know. And people mistake even this saying no is because we are always taught that nothing is impossible, yes, but that is a different no, and this is a different no, you know, and people mistake it, and it gets so ingrained in you that no is not a good word. But yes, it is a good word where you need to draw your lines. No is a good word.
it's a word, I think, that is very much needed for self-preservation.
Absolutely. And it
So
takes courage. It takes courage to find your voice, and a lovely poem that you said, because that was that inner voice, you know. So it really takes courage to come out and be yourself and listen to your voice. And of course, that is why I feel each woman has to listen to her voice and be the voice that she wants to be.
like, yeah, today I now remember reflecting on yesterday's Rubaru session when Sudipti had said, like, I am my own baby, so I have to first look after myself.
Absolutely, yes.
So that is what, like, we learn so much from each other. And I hope today's session, those who are watching us, those who will be watching us later, they really do take back something from this, because I am not जो कह रही है कि वुमेन्स लिबरेशन, औरतें कोई काम नहीं करेंगी, सब कुछ आदमी करेंगे, नहीं, बट यू वुमेन, यू हैव टू लर्न टू से नो फॉर सेल्फ प्रिजर्वेशन. अगर आपको लगता है लाइन क्रॉस हो रही है, इट्स ओके टू से नो.
And a
डेलीगेट
very
वर्क.
good, yes,
और
yes.
अगर सीधा मुंह से नहीं बोलते तो बड़े प्यार से डिप्लोमेटिकली बोल के काम डेलीगेट कर दो, वो नो अपने आप ही हो जाएगा.
बिल्कुल सही, बिल्कुल सही.
आप
And
ना नहीं बोल सकते तो आप काम डेलीगेट कर दीजिए. ना आपने ना बोला, ना आप बुरे बने, आपने काम डेलीगेट कर दिया, आपके ऊपर से हेडेक खत्म.
absolutely, absolutely. And wherever it's possible, we can always outsource the mundane
Yes.
tasks. Like it's not necessary that, as I said, कि सब कुछ आपने ही करना है. You have to see what is more important to you. And the poem that summed it, like the day you started saying no, you started growing. So
True.
you have to take care of your growth and don't wait for somebody else will come and tell you ki, now you need to grow, because we know how a plant grows, like somebody else is watering it, but unless that plant takes that onto the ki mujhe grow karna hai, you'll never see the flowers and you'll never see it bloom. So bloom as your own self, and a rose is always a rose, so spread that fragrance that each one of us has.
Truly said. So, with this, I'll bring our session to an end. Thank you, Pallavi. Thank you so much for joining us today. आज होली था, and then I literally asked, I asked her, are you sure होली पे आओगी? Because मैंने awards भी होली के लिए रखे थे, फिर मैंने कहा था किसी का रंग लगा होएगा.
हाँ.
Because अभी तो like we have retired, so My friends are also not here, so I can sit here on Holi, thoda presentable lage. But otherwise, on Holi, you can just see white teeth and say, "Acha, ye jiski
बिल्कुल.
छोटी सी दिखती है ना, यही रंजीता है." Because
हाँ.
I used to be covered in colors. I just play Holi like बच्चे के जैसे. And this is one day I returned to my childhood, so I used to absolutely thoroughly enjoy playing it. But अब थोड़ा
Yes.
changes आते हैं life में, you adjust to it, fine, no problems. So that's why I said, are you sure? Then we'll go ahead with it.
नहीं वही जो आपकी like what you explained, I think even you would be able to recognize me only with my teeth, but it would be difficult, and then we wouldn't want to put the audience into a fix like, oh my god,
आई
what
नो
how
कि
is
हम लोग इनका
this?
शो देखने आए थे, कहाँ जंगली मानस आके बैठ गए हमारे सामने. So,
Yeah, but it's been wonderful. Like, you're a gem of a person, and it was more of a lovely interaction that we had today. And I think that's what it calls for. People feel that what is it so much that how can a woman support the other woman, or how can a woman empower the other woman? And I feel like these kind of interactions or these kind of discussions will go a long way, and that is what all happiness and harmony is all about, I feel.
very truly said. So, thank you so much for
Thank you.
joining us today on this special day. And I'll see you again on 12th. Let me all remind you all that Dr. Pallavi Vasudha Vishwas is an RNTalks Swami Vivekananda Karmaveera Awardee 2023. She's a Karmaveera who's been working in spreading harmony and helping women create work-life balance, which is very necessary, because if the woman of the house is balanced, the whole house remains well and
Absolutely.
healthy. So thank you so
Absolutely.
much,
Thank
Pallavi,
you. Thank you
and
so much.
we'll meet again on 12th.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
So that was Dr. Pallavi for you. I'm sure you must have liked the session. जिन्होंने बाद में ज्वाइन करा है, ये जो बाद में देखना चाहते हैं, do share our videos, not for our publicity, but to create awareness in women that you are individual entities और आपको भी आराम की जरूरत है, and learn to say no, learn to delegate, and live a happy and a balanced life. So today's session we end here. Tomorrow we'll be here with another guest and another awardee. And मैं सरप्राइज नहीं बताऊंगी, कल शो पे आके देखना आप लोग. Till then, see you. Bye bye. Happy Holi, happy International Women's Day to you all. Bye bye.